Hi, how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from ScoutGuitarLessonsOnline.com. For this lesson, we do some Eric Clapton and a song that I always enjoy when I first came out. Just a wonderful intro, and of course I get a chance to use my wah-wah pedal on this. Of course, we're talking about the song Bad Love. Wonderful little intro. I just love the drama of that keyboard at the beginning. That just really sets that whole song off. And still a very, very popular song of Eric Clapton's live set. So what we're going to do, I'm going to play through the different sections. We're going to be looking at the verse, or the intro with the verse, the chorus. And we're also going to have a look at the guitar solo as well. So you know the drill. Don't go away.
Preview.
So I'm just going to play through that little opening section and then we'll break it down note by note. So let me just play it through. Okay, well I'm going to turn the wah-wah pedal off for this section, just so it's getting in the way when the notes aren't playing through, and then we'll just discuss the wah-wah pedal effect that he's doing through that. So, start off, we're going to be on the A string, and we've got this little line here. And I'm going from 3rd on the A to 5th on the A. And then we're going to slide up from 5 on the D to 7 on the D. Now I use my 3rd finger for that, so we go. So it's 3, 5 on the A, and then 5, 7 on the D. Then we've got G5 going to D5. So that whole little first section. So the next section we're going to play on 3 and 5 on the A string. Quick hammer on, and then we got this little section here on the D string, 3 and 5. So I'm just doing 3, 5, and then back to 3. Now we're going to go back and play that same riff we did at the beginning, where I'm playing 3, 5 on the A, and then we do that slide from 5 to 7 on the D. Now we got a little rundown here where I'm playing 5 on the G, crossing over to 5 on the D, and then I bring my little finger in and I'm going to play 8 on the A to 7 on the A, and then we got a little slide back between 5 and 7 on the A. So we get this. Then we go back and we play that same little part again. So we do that 3, 5, slide up on 5, 7, cross to 5 on the G, back to 5 on the D, which is what we played right at the beginning, and then we repeat the second riff. So the next part is similar again to that opening riff. Finishing on that 5, then we're going to play 7 on the G, back to 5 on the D, going down to 3 on the D, to 2 on the D, and then we play a B flat 5 power chord, which is on 1st fret on the A and 3 on the D. Let me just walk you through that. Now, while he's playing that piece, he's got the wah-wah pedal playing through. And he's just on a standard wah-wah pedal, which is what I'm running through an 11 rack on this. But what he's doing when he's playing the wah-wah pedal, he's just playing the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, down, 2, 3, 4. You can hear it tapping away there on my pedal there, and that's how he's getting that effect. Now let's look at the next section. Now what he's doing here, he's playing the same riff but an octave higher. So let me play the next part through. So, note for note, we start on 10D, and it's still came the same phrasing, but this time, of course, the octave higher, we're playing 10, 12 on the D, and then, just one went off, then we're going to play from sliding up from 12 on the G to 14. Then we're going to play 13 on the B string, back to 12 on the G string. Now we've got that little riff, same as previous, but we're doing it on 10, 12, and then crossing it to 10, 12, 10 on the G string. And we go back and we do a 10, 12 D, slide from 12 to 14 on D. To 12 to 15 on the D, to 14. And then we got that slide again, but this time it's 12, 14. Then repeat the first line. Now this one we're going to do to finish this line off, same as before, but we're going to finish it out on this B flat major chord. So we get on the 13, and then we go 15 on the B, and then to 12, to 10, and then this B flat major. So let me walk you through that last one again. And at this point, the second guitar kicks in, playing through, but Clapton repeats that whole line that we just did on the octave, and of course he's got the wah-wah pedal playing again. So you got a So we've got to switch the wah-wah pedal off now, and we are going to look at the verses. Let me just play through the verse section of the chords, and then I'll break it down. So we're starting off with this B major chord, and he plays a B major 7, just does one downstroke to an E major, and then to an A. Now that little kick, you just play an open E to a G, then to the A chord again. Repeats back. Now let's look at the pre-chorus. Pre-chorus, let me play it. So let me just play through the pre-chorus section. We're starting off on a B flat 5 chord, so we do this B flat to a C, so we're just moving up 2 frets, to an A minor, back to the B flat, then we move up to a G minor. Now when Clapton plays this, he plays it with the thumb holding down the G, and he's just playing through the top strings, but I just play it as a full G minor chord. Then we play in a C major, and moving up to a D minor. Then it repeats. C, A minor, B flat, G minor, C, and for the final part, he plays a G major chord. Let me just play through the chorus section. So we start off with a D minor, to a C, then we do a C to a G, back to the D minor, to the G. Repeat, D minor, C, G, D minor, and then finishing on that C. And from there he goes back in, Clapton is playing. So he plays that riff through again, and then we go into another verse and repeat the whole song again. Verse, pre-chorus, back into the full chorus. And then there's this big break where it goes back to that real great sound he has on that keyboard they're playing. And then we go into this, it's kind of a bridge section before we go into the guitar solo. So we start off on the A string, and we're going to play this line all across the A string. We're doing O, 2, 3, to 2, to O, and then we cross over and play 3 on the low E string. Then we play second on the low E, open D, and then we're going to play this D chord with a E open. So we're playing 2 on the G, 3 on the B, and open string E. So we would get next line starts off the same. Now instead of going to the 2, he goes to that open D and then that D chord again. And then he repeats the first time. And that takes us up to the guitar solo. So let's just have a look at the guitar solo. I'll just play it through, then we'll break it down stage by stage. So the solo starts off on 17th fret on the G string with this really nice, long, slow bend that he's playing, full tone bend, and then picking 15 on the B. So he's backwards and forwards between them two. And then he goes to 17th fret on the B string, and now he does this really long whole tone and a half bend that he's playing through, and it really takes his time on it. Back to 15 on the B. Then we get this, and again, a typical Clapton line. So when I'm playing there, I'm playing 15 to 17 with a bend, half tone bend. So he does that twice. Then we move up to 18 on the high E. And again, we do one of these long whole tone bends. Releases it, and then he bends back up into it again. To 15, then down to 20, 19, and it's 20 down to 18. 18 on the B string. So we get this bend. So that bender again on 18, 17, 19, so 20 to 18, cross to 19, and then back again. And we go to 17 on the G, and we're just going to play around that. Which is 17 to 19 on the G, going across to 18 on the B. Then we go to 20 on the B string, and again we got another full tone bend. And we're going to bring our little finger up to 20 on the high E, and we're going to pick that twice. And then we come back and we play through that little 20, 18 and 19. So we get this. Now we got this slide. So what he's doing there, he's on the G string and he's sliding up to 19. And then we go into 18 on the high E. And then we go to 21 and we do a full tone bend. Then back to 20 on the high E, to 17, and then across to 18 on the B, and then to we got that 20 to 18 on the B. Let me just play that part in. And now we're going to start heading down, but what he's doing there, he's just playing between that 20 to 18. So we got that 20, 18, finishing on 19 on the G. And then across to 17 on the G. I can pick it up then, the 19 on the D. 18, 15, and finishing up on the D note, which is 12 on the D string. There's lots of variations I've seen him do on this, but the key points are, first of all, you've got to get that one. That one's got to be in there. That one. And then, of course, you've got to have this. And then he goes back in. Goes back into the solo part, and then we've got the battle of chorus section. And that takes us to the end of the song. He does play some soloing out over at the end of that, but I have heard so many different versions when he's playing that. It kind of just feels like total improvisation. Now the key is in D minor, so you're just going to be playing anything in that D minor, second position, third position, which he tends to favour quite a bit. As you'll play through on that, but really you can improvise on that section. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to play Bad Love by Eric Clapton. If you found it useful, don't forget, click on that subscribe button. Always appreciate the support. If you've got any comments, just let me know. Any requests for any new songs as well, it'd be good to hear from you. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you get into this and start to play it. But until the next time, this is Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Wishing you well, thanks for your company, and I'll see you again soon. Till then, goodbye.